Ever find yourself thinking like, if only I had a magic wand, life would be amazing? Well, today's deep dive might just convince you that you've had one all along.
Ooh, I like where this is
We're
going.
taking a look at excerpts you sent in from Rhonda Byrne's The Secret,
Okay.
a book that became a global phenomenon by
Yeah.
claiming to unlock get this, the law of attraction.
What's fascinating here is that while The Secret might feel like, a modern self-help craze,
Mm,
the concept itself, that our thoughts can shape our reality, has been around for centuries.
it's true. Byrne connects these ideas back to historical figures like Plato and Shakespeare,
Right.
even suggesting that geniuses like Newton and Einstein were in on this, quote, secret all along.
Interesting.
But before we start digging for our own hidden genius, let's unpack this law of attraction thing.
Okay, so at its core, the law of attraction operates on a simple principle, like
Okay.
attracts like. Just as gravity works whether you understand it or not,
Mm.
Byrne argues this law is constantly operating in our lives. Think of it like this. You know how like when you're running late and it seems like you hit every red light?
Ugh, tell me about it. That's my life story.
Byrne would say that's the don't want epidemic in action.
Oh,
You're so focused on not being late that you're attracting more of what you don't want.
okay.
And your thoughts, those, oh no, not another red light, are sending out signals, almost like frequencies that resonate with that experience.
Okay, so our thoughts are like what? Little radio towers,
Mm.
broadcasting our desires or fears out to the universe. But how does that actually work? Is it magic? Quantum physics?
That's where the secret gets really interesting. Byrne describes humans as these human transmission towers, constantly emitting frequencies through our thoughts and feelings. It's not about wishing on a star, but about the very energy we put out into the world. And just like magnets attract, so too do similar energies or frequencies.
So if I'm constantly thinking about bills, stress, and deadlines, I'm basically tuning my frequency to that station of, well, more bills and stress.
Exactly. And the more we focus on those negative aspects, the more we attract experiences that match that energy.
Hmm.
Remember what we were saying about those red lights?
Okay, I'm starting to get the picture.
Yeah.
So if we want to change the channel, so to speak, to a station of abundance, joy, or maybe even just a smooth commute, we need to start broadcasting on those frequencies instead.
You've got it. And to do that, we need to become aware of our thoughts and feelings. Because, as Byrne suggests, they're not just happening to us, they're sending powerful messages.
Okay, hold on. I need a minute to process this. My feelings aren't just me being happy or stressed. They're like feedback from the universe. Tell me more.
Think of it this way. Imagine your emotions are like that little check engine light on your dashboard.
Okay, I can see that. So if my check engine light is flashing red because I'm stressed about work, that's the universe's way of saying, hey, your energy is out of alignment with what you actually want.
Precisely. It's a signal that you're focused on what you don't want, and you're likely attracting more of that same energy. But here's the good news. You've got the power to change your energetic tune.
I'm all about empowering news. So how do we hit the reset button and start manifesting those dream life scenarios instead of endless traffic jams and overdue bills?
Byrne outlines a three-step creative process for putting the law of attraction into action. It's like baking a cake. You need the right ingredients and the right recipe to create something delicious.
All right, I'm listening. What's the first ingredient in this manifesting recipe?
It all starts with asking. And I don't mean casually wishing on a star. Byrne emphasizes the importance of clarity and intention.
So instead of saying, I wish I had more money, I'd write down something like, I am grateful for the abundance flowing into my life. It's about stating my desires as if they are already happening, right?
You're catching on quickly. Bryne suggests writing down your desires as if they've already manifested. Instead of, I want that promotion, you'd write, I am so happy and grateful now that I'm leading that amazing team.
Okay, I see the power in that. It's about shifting from a place of longing to a place of already having. But what happens when doubts inevitably creep in? What if I start thinking, yeah, right, like I'm actually going to manifest that dream job?
That's where the second ingredient comes in, believing. This goes beyond just intellectually understanding the concept. It's about cultivating unwavering faith, acting, speaking, and thinking as if your desire is already a done deal.
Easier said than done, right? It's like trying to convince yourself that you're not freezing when you're caught in a blizzard. Our minds can be pretty convincing, especially when it comes to doubts.
Absolutely. And that's where the third ingredient, receiving, comes in. This is where many people get tripped up. It's not enough to just ask and believe intellectually. We need to embody the feeling of receiving.
So we've got to tap into the feeling of gratitude for that dream job, even before it lands in our lap. It's like we're sending a welcoming party invitation to the universe.
Exactly. Byrne suggests we need to cultivate the feelings of joy, gratitude, and excitement that come with already having that desire manifest in our lives. This is where visualization can be a powerful tool.
Visualization, I've heard of that. It's about creating a movie in your mind of your dream life, right?
Precisely. But the secret takes it a step further, advocating for what I like to call multi-sensory visualization. Don't just see your dream home, but smell those freshly baked cookies. Feel the soft carpet under your feet and hear the crackling of the fireplace.
Okay, now that's a visualization technique I can get behind. Engaging all the senses makes it so much more real, more believable. It's like stepping into a virtual reality experience of our desired future.
And when you can truly embody those feelings, it's like you're sending a high-definition transmission to the universe, a clear signal of what you're ready to receive.
Yeah.
But Byrne emphasizes that visualization is just one tool in the manifesting toolbox. Another powerful technique is gratitude.
Gratitude. I'm hearing that word a lot today. How does gratitude tie into the law of attraction?
Think of gratitude as the ultimate frequency booster. By focusing on what we're grateful for, we shift our energy from a state of lack to a state of abundance. It's like we're tuning our internal radio dial to the frequency of already having instead of desperately wanting.
So instead of dwelling on what's missing, we're appreciating the good stuff, no matter how small.
Exactly. The Secret shares the story of a man named Lee Brower who used a simple but powerful technique. He carried a rock in his pocket, and every time he touched it, he'd think of something he was grateful for. He called them his gratitude rocks.
Gratitude rocks. I love that. It's like a physical reminder to shift our focus to appreciation. I bet his pockets were overflowing with good vibes. But this all sounds great in theory. How does The Secret suggest we apply these principles to specific areas like money, relationships, or even health?
It all comes back to that, that like attracts like
Yeah.
principle, right?
Yeah.
So if we're talking about money, for example, The Secret is really encouraging us to shift our focus from I'm broke, I don't have enough, that kind of thing,
Yeah.
to I am open and receptive to abundance.
Yeah.
Really feeling that abundance flowing into your life.
Okay. So instead of stressing over bills, I should be daydreaming about that tropical vacation or that new car.
Visualizing those things can definitely be powerful. But it's more about, I think, cultivating the feeling of abundance. Maybe you start appreciating the clothes you have,
Okay.
the roof over your head, that delicious cup of coffee you can afford.
Right. It's about finding those sparks of abundance already present and letting them, amplify.
Exactly. And just like with money, The Secret suggests similar approaches for relationships.
Okay.
Instead of focusing on past heartbreaks or what's missing, it's about embodying the feeling of being loved, cherished, and supported.
So instead of endlessly swiping on dating apps hoping for a miracle, I should be working on loving and appreciating myself because that's the energy I want to attract.
Now you're getting it. It's about putting that energy out into the universe, whether it's through self-care, being kind to others, or expressing gratitude for the love that's already present, your friends, family, even pets.
It's like we're creating a magnetic field of love, and then love will naturally be drawn to it.
And speaking of powerful magnets, let's talk about health.
Okay.
The Secret suggests that by focusing on feeling healthy, visualizing our bodies functioning well, and being grateful for our well-being, we can actually influence our physical health.
Wait, so you're saying if I imagine myself running a marathon, my body will just, magically be able to handle it?
Well, it's not quite magic,
Yeah.
but the book does suggest that our minds have a more profound impact on our bodies than we often realize.
Okay.
Imagine it more like this. If you're constantly feeding your mind negativity and fear about getting sick, you're creating a very different environment than someone who's visualizing wellness.
So it's about creating an internal environment where health can flourish. I can see how that ties back to the attracts-like principle.
Exactly. Now, it's important to note that Byrne isn't suggesting we ditch conventional medicine. It's about recognizing that our thoughts and beliefs play a significant role in our overall well-being.
It's about taking responsibility for our health, not just on a physical level, but on an energetic and emotional level as well. This is all incredibly empowering, but it also makes me wonder, if our thoughts are so powerful and we're all connected, why is there so much suffering in the world? Why isn't everyone living their best life?
That's the question for the ages, isn't it?
Right.
The Secret suggests that we all have free will.
Mm.
And with that comes the choice of what frequencies we align with fear or love, lack or abundance. Every thought, every action contributes to the collective energy of humanity.
So it's like we're all holding pieces of a giant puzzle, and the final picture depends on the energy we individually contribute.
Precisely. And while we can't control what others think or do, the secret reminds us that we have the power to choose our own thoughts, to become beacons of positivity and love,
Okay.
knowing that our energy, however small, ripples out into the world.
It's about focusing on our own little corner of the universe, knowing that even the smallest act of kindness, generosity, or love contributes to a brighter, more harmonious collective reality.
And that's the truly magical part of the secret. It reminds us that we are not just passive observers in our lives. We are powerful creators, capable of shaping our reality and influencing the world around us, one thought, one feeling, one action at a time.
This deep dive has been quite the eye-opener. If you had to leave our listeners with one final secret to unlock their own manifesting powers, what would it be?
Remember that feeling of awe and wonder you had as a child? That sense of limitless possibility?
Yeah.
Tap into that energy. Believe in magic. Believe in yourself. The universe might just surprise you.
That's a wrap on today's deep dive into The Secret. We hope you've uncovered some valuable nuggets of knowledge and maybe even a little inspiration to tap into your own manifesting powers. Remember, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, or in this case, a